Arina Rodionova slammed Tennis Australia after crashing out in the first round of Australian Open qualifying. Arina Rodionova hit out at Tennis Australia as she crashed out in the first round of Australian Open qualifying. The world number 105 is the country's top-ranked woman but was snubbed from the list of wildcards, forced to come through qualies if she wanted to reach the main draw. Following her straight sets loss on Tuesday, Rodionova said she had given Aussie tennis bosses something to celebrate. Rodionova will not be able to compete in her home Grand Slam tournament this year after suffering a 6-3, 6-4 defeat to Leolia Jeanjean in the qualifying event. The 34-year-old has now claimed that the governing body for tennis in Australia has a long-standing vendetta against her and will be pleased to see that she lost after failing to give her a wildcard. "The only regrets I have from today is just I gave Tennis Australia something to celebrate," the Australian number 1 said after crashing out on Tuesday. "I think they are very pleased with my result today and that's what makes me upset." Rodionova started last year ranked outside of the world's top 300 after suffering a wrist injury but battled her way back up the rankings and now sits at a career high of number 105. She was number 112 when the main draw cutoff point came, meaning her ranking wasn't high enough to get in, but failed to receive a wildcard. 2018 champion and former world number 1 Caroline Wozniacki received a main draw wildcard as she continues her comeback from retirement. Australians Kimberly Burrell and Olivia Gadecki were also among those who received passes into the Australian Open when the wildcards were first announced a month ago. Daria Saville, who returned from an ACL injury in June last year, received the final wildcard last Friday instead of Rodionova, who wasn't surprised at the snub. "It started like years and years ago," the 34-year-old said of her frosty relationship with Tennis Australia. "There were just so many things behind the scenes that it is very clear to me that I'm not liked. And it's not just clear to me, it's clear to every single Australian tennis player and everyone. It's not exactly a secret, everyone knows it, and now it's kind of funny that basically by making this decision they decided to make it public as well."